The first one is one of our older kittens. Right now everybody wants those, 10 to, 16-week-old kittens because they like how small they are and how cute they are. And they kind of forget that, there's some older kittens that also need some love and some young adult cats. And this is Suni, and she is appropriately in our greeter cage. She's a very confident, very friendly cat, and she's about 8 to 10 months old. So not quite a fully functioning adult yet, still has a little bit of that kitten personality to her, but much more established, a little bit calmer, a little less needy, if you will, but very friendly and has a lot of those qualities that people are really looking for in a cat. She is a cat who you can pick up and is comfortable and relaxed being held. As you can see, she's comfortable and relaxed sitting on Sean's lap, and a lot of people want that. But she also has a playful side to her, and she is still curious, and she's not just going to be that cat that lays around all day, but she is going to want to spend that time with you. And that's what a lot of people are looking for. And when you get those really young kittens, you don't necessarily know what you're signing up for. If you want this, but you're like, oh, I also really want a kitten, you might not get this. You might get the cat that's a little more independent. It's like, hey, I'm playing, please don't bother me. Or, one that's a little bit more active and getting into everything. So really thinking about when you're making those choices, what are you looking for? Is there something that's like a deal breaker for you? Because if you're looking for that one thing that you really, really want, sometimes it's a little bit easier to find that in a cat that's a little bit older.
So in addition to all the great qualities you mentioned, I heard she has some great markings that staff really love.
She does. So you look at her, you're probably like, oh, she's just like a brown tabby in white, but she has these on her front legs, these cute little stripes, these little white stripes that go down between her tabby markings. She's like, no, don't talk about me. So she's a little stripes on white stripes on the fronts of both of her legs. That's really just something that kind of sets her apart. And a lot of people are looking for those unique markings so they can say, hey, look at my cat, she's really different. And it is something that's just like a fun little racing stripe down her legs or something. And it's also a great thing to be aware of when you're looking at your pets. Is there something that's a unique marking that really kind of is going to help identify them? Because if you know those things, if your animal were to get lost, it helps us figure out, is this your animal or is this an animal that looks similar to yours? So, noting that she has those little white stripes between the brown tabby, both on her front legs, and she has one on one of her back legs as well. Is really going to help to set her apart. There are other cats that have blazes, like white blazes down their nose, or, a spot on such and such a spot. We've had one cat that was all completely brown tabby except for one white toe. So those are all really helpful pieces of information. Not just are they fun, but they can help, again, identify your animal in the event that they were lost. And if your animal is lost, you definitely want to come here and see if it is here and file a loss report. Those things are all going to be really helpful in making sure your animals get back home to you. If you want to take Suni home with you and also make sure she never gets lost as well, you can do that. Start that process by going to visit fcac.as.me.